Good morning. It's Thursday, the 23rd of June, and Paul Rankin joins me, David Scriven, for the VSA Morning Miner. How are you today, Paul?
Not bad at all, thank you. Not bad, but looks like we've gotten a little bit of rain here.
Yes, I think we are in for maybe the odd thunderstorm, perhaps, but hopefully we can dodge that. Anyways, let's have a quick look at markets. I think over in Australia, it's been a bit of a downer in the materials. But anyway, in terms of news, Atlantic Lithium, looking at that project, Iowara, but you could probably pronounce it better than me, but the drill results look pretty good.
Yes, the Ewoyaa project, that's Atlantic Lithium's lithium pegmatites there near the coast of Ghana. Latest drilling results out, this time on the area called Grasscutter North, which is not part of the current 30 million tons of compliant resources. And the grades coming back quite nicely here, just like the other grades across the known resources here. They've got a good batch of about 10,000 meters of drilling yet with the assay results yet to come through. And this represented about 5,000 meters worth and showing grades and widths similar to what they've already experienced. So it's definitely going to grow the total resources there at Atlantic.
Yeah, so I thought I saw it was an increase sort of circa 40% or so.
Yes, the last increase was over 40%, and this will be adding to that.
Very good. And then Guanajuato Silver, followed by us and Ollie O'Donnell, our colleague in research, buy-rated, discovery of some tailings only a short stretch away from El Cubo, so surely pretty low cost.
Yes, that's easy, what I call easy ounces. They've identified a older historic tailings deposit from the El Cubo mine back in the mine's early history, and it's about 3 kilometers away from the current mill. It represents about 43,000 square meters in area, and shallow drill holes over 1 to 1.5 meter thicknesses are showing quite very good grades, over 700 grams silver equivalent, with a good portion of that is free gold. So I calculate that it would be a minimum of another 56,000 tons to put through the El Cubo mill that hadn't been anticipated before. So all the better for shareholders, I think.
Very good. An area very much on people's minds, Southwest UK mining, Cornish Metals, quarterly financials, but not maybe too much because we have heard a fair amount of the news that they've released within that statement.
Yes, that's right. Cornish Metals, they had a quarterly statement out, and not particularly new information to show there. Uh, from the financial side, this represents the period up to the end of April, and as most investors following Cornish know, they had the big cash infusion from the private equity group led by Mick Davis Vision Blue in the following month of May. So these numbers represent the period prior to the cash infusion, but they showed that they had about 4 million Canadian in cash left at the end of that particular period. But all the news essentially, as far as the current story, is represented with that big cash infusion since.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the sort of the 5 minute. Polymetal had a trade update, but it's a tricky one in the sense that there are no official sales. So perhaps there was some Lake Resources news that you'd like to highlight and anything else, and we'll wrap up.
Yes, first of all, talk about Polymetal. They do continue to produce gold, and they do have alternatives to sell their gold, particularly because their Kazakhstan production, which is not otherwise limited by sanctions. But the interesting thing is they say they are accumulating silver bullion stocks because they have no official sales channel for silver bullion, because essentially all of that is produced from their silver mine in Russia here. They will not be doing a buyback, they told shareholders, but they will be considering a dividend payment for shareholders in coming months. And they have remained on their current guidance to produce at least corporately 1.7 million ounces for the year. They also changed auditors as well because the past auditor was inclined to resign given the exposure to Russia. So they've appointed a non-affiliate firm not related to Russia, which is a subsidiary of Baker Tilly, as their auditor. In the case of Lake Resources, a lot of flap around the recent unexpected timing of the resignation of Steve Promnitz as CEO, and as a result, the shareholders in Lake have really dumped the stock heavily, over 50% in share price fall over the last 7 days or so. So the Chairman Stu Crow was compelled to put out a press release today in order to try to calm the market down a bit, that this was, in fact, something that was going to happen at some point, but it just wasn't pre-announced at this time.
Fair enough. We better wrap things up and hopefully, generally speaking, markets calm down. All the best and thank you very much, Paul.
Very good. Thanks, David.